I'm Renee Carlson, General Counsel of True North Legal. We work to protect and defend life, family, and religious freedom here in Minnesota. Every week we hear from Minnesotans whose freedoms need defending. Here's just one example. What would you do if your child's school was using sexually based materials in an elementary-aged English class without providing you any notice? That was a situation for our clients here in the Twin Cities. 6 Somali American mothers in the St. Louis Park School District discovered that their elementary school children were being exposed to sexualized material, which goes against their sincerely held religious beliefs about men, women, and families. When our clients asked the school district for an opt-out based on state law and religious protections, that request was denied. Even worse, they faced extreme hostility from the school board in a public meeting when they expressed concerns about the material that their children were learning about in school. Shocked and confused, these mothers contacted True North Legal and First Liberty Institute for legal help. We faced a contentious battle with their school district. We made headlines across the country. And most important, we secured a legal victory for religious freedom. The school district reversed course and agreed to provide alternative learning instruction for our clients. While we have a different faith than our Muslim clients, we share a passion for religious freedom, a foundational value for our state and for our nation. This is a win for all parents and for all Minnesotans. We're grateful for the win with the parents in St. Louis Park, but we're seeing other active threats to religious freedom in Minnesota. Earlier this year, members of the Minnesota House admitted to intentionally removing long-standing legal protections for religious organizations from the Minnesota Human Rights Act. The Senate doubled down on its hostility towards people of faith during a hearing, in which I testified at 12:30 a.m., devoting less than 20 minutes of discussion to what is likely the most consequential bill of the entire legislative session. Without these legal protections, Minnesota churches and ministries could face a revolving door of complaints from the Minnesota Department of Human Rights, simply for governing, teaching, and hiring consistent with their biblically based beliefs about God's good design for men and for women.
The thing that has concerned our church and concerns me as a pastor is I'm watching the erosion of the family. I'm watching the attack of the values that we have. And we're finding ourselves on the other side of legislation that we never dreamt could happen to us before. We're looking for help, but we're saying, who will help the church to fight a battle that we didn't think we'd have to fight before?
Churches and religious schools aren't the only victims. Other ministries can be impacted as well. This includes ministries that partner with the state to provide services for homeless populations, trafficking victims, and even underserved youth. These ministries fill a gap that the government can never achieve on its own.
As a church, obviously we have deeply held convictions, but we don't understand the legal world we need to live in. And that's why groups like Minnesota Family Council and True North Legal, they come alongside the church. They're helping us to fulfill what we need to do and standing by our side as an advocate, standing alongside of us saying, we share your values and we want to help you defend your values.
True North Legal and our allies are in the trenches working to restore strong religious freedom protections in the Minnesota Human Rights Act through legislation and, if necessary, in the courts. True North Legal will continue to engage and stands ready to defend and protect our freedoms any day and any time.